Honestly, GKS interview is really easy. People fail just because they don't know some important nuances. Hi guys, my name is Jali and I made some tea to drink it while talking about interview. And I'm gonna eat this cookie. So I'm GKS 2022 scholar and I applied through Embassy Track. And I decided to make this kind of video because I've been getting really lots of questions about how to succeed in interview, what tips can you give me, and this kind of stuff. So I decided to make one video about it, telling all the important stuff about GKS interview so that you get all the information and get ready for the GKS interview. So without further ado, let's get started. First, I will quickly explain the whole process and how it was in my case. So I entered the interview room at a designated time and there were 3 interviewers, 2 men and 1 woman. And my interview was in Korean language despite my major is in English. That's because interviewers usually look at the applicant's topic certificate, and if you have high level of topic like 4급, 5급, 6급, like from 4 and above, I think, then be ready that they might start asking you questions in Korean because you have Korean language certificate. But if you don't have Korean language certificate, they are not gonna conduct the interview in Korean, so no worries about that. And by the way, the whole interview took about like 10 or 12 minutes. Now let's move on to the tips. So tip number 1, your appearance is essential. How you look and how you dress will play a role in your final result. Make sure to wash your hair before the interview and style them nicely. It's important to look clean and neat. Don't wear too much makeup and don't avoid makeup at all too. You would ask, what does my appearance have to do with my result? It's not knowledge, it's appearance. But believe me, I know what I'm saying. Korean people place too much attention on external look and you should look really good. In terms of clothing, you need a classic official style and look. In my case, I remember I wore a white shirt and black pants, and I straightened my hair, I did a little makeup, so I look just neat and clean. That's what you also need to do. And by the way, when I went there, all other applicants were also wearing very classic clothing. So of course you can wear something different. I don't tell you just go and wear the same what I wore. Just make sure that you look strict, serious and classic.
So when I was deleting unsuccessful videos, I accidentally deleted tip number 2 and realized it very late, so I'm gonna tell you this way. Number 2 is keep an eye contact when talking. I honestly believe that many people don't realize the power of eye contact. It can literally hypnotize the interviewer to choose you. Eye contact makes your answer sound authentic and you look confident, which is a huge benefit. And besides sounding more authentic, it also creates a sense of like intimacy between you and interviewer, so he or she will feel like more close to you. Of course, I don't ask you to stare at them like crazy during the whole interview, but when talking to each interviewer, don't look around or don't look at the ceiling. Just look them into eyes when talking.
Number 3, practice your speech. Listen, you might not even feel this, but probably you say a lot of while you're speaking. And this is kind of like common thing among people because they worry while they talk and they don't even feel how much they mumble. So interviewers are actually used to this. That's why imagine the impression these interviewers will get if you don't mumble at all. So your speech will be clean and clear and it will make a huge impression on interviewers. You will sound very professional. That's why you should definitely practice your speech. And how you can do it? Just take your phone and start recording your voice while you're talking. And then listen to your voice. You will see how many times you mumble, where do you mumble, what kind of thoughts or what kind of speech makes you mumble more, say a lot of and work on that. And next time when you record your voice, try to say less of this. And
At first it will be hard, but as you do it more and more, you will get used to it, and do it as much as you need in order to totally get rid of that mumbling, and it will help you a lot. For example, in my case, I had a really big problem with mumbling. That's why when I was preparing for my IELTS speaking exam, I recorded my voice and I was doing it a lot of times, and my speech improved so much that when I listened to my first voice recording and my last voice recording, there was a difference like between sky and ground. So definitely practice your speech. Number 4, be concise. I know that many of us think that the longer my answer is, the better. That's a huge misconception, okay? I personally experienced a lot of interviews after coming to Korea, and I can definitely say that when a candidate gives a long and big answers, then that makes interviewers feel that this person just pretends to be smart and doesn't have one clear, concise, confident answer to the question. And usually people give long answers when they don't know what to say and they try to make it longer. No, avoid this. Of course, sometimes there can be questions that require a long answer. For example, if I ask you what's your work experience, and if you have a huge work experience, then that's absolutely normal to talk lengthy. But if they ask you why did you choose Korea, no need to bring 100 reasons why Korea is great and why you love Korea and why they should choose you. Just give 2 or 3 solid, relevant reasons. Be concise, just shortly, this is the reason and that's why. So this type of questions, be careful, no need to give very long answers, okay? Your answer should be solid, relevant, clear, and concise. Number 5, use gestures, voice tones, and facial expressions. Actually, this is a tiny thing that might seem unimportant, but it actually makes a huge difference. Imagine a scenario where you interview 2 people and they give the same answer to your question, but one of them sits straightly, answers to questions like a robot, no emotion in his voice, no any facial expressions or any smile, but the other one smiles, uses his hands, uses some facial expressions, changes his speech tone slightly. Who do you think will look more authentic? Who would you like to choose more? That's why you should be like that in order to be chosen. So pay attention on this. Number 6, don't talk about K-pop and K-dramas during your interview. I know that the reason why most of you want to come to study in Korea is because you love K-pop, you are a fan of K-dramas, and it's very important for you. But this is not something that you should say during the interview. It's my personal opinion, because Korean people want to attract very highly skilled and very intelligent people who are focused on their studies, focused on their job, and this kind of thing. So mentioning K-pop and K-drama will make them think that you're just one of millions who want to come to Korea and that's it. So like they will see your education as a reason to be close to this K-pop and K-drama. Next, don't say that you want to marry a Korean. Of course, we don't talk about this in interviews, but still, like even if you have this kind of thing in your mind, just make sure you don't mention it. This is also not a good reason to come to Korea to study, to get a scholarship. So even if you have a boyfriend and if you plan to marry him in Korea, still don't talk about it. Number 7, I guess, if they ask about your future, like what do you want to do after studying in Korea? Coming back home or staying in Korea? What is the best answer you can give? The best answer you can give is after completing your education, you want to work for maybe 1 year, maximum 2 years, and then gain some experience, and then you come back to your country to use the knowledge and experience you gained in Korea to your country. I wouldn't personally recommend you saying that you want to live in Korea for the rest of your life, staying there for forever, because the competition is so high. There are so many foreigners in Korea and it's very hard to find a job. So I wouldn't personally recommend you saying that. Not like they don't
pick these people, but that's my personal recommendation. Or you can just say you want to come back after your education straightly to your home country. Number 8, be ready for some tricky questions and don't lose yourself. For example, they might ask questions such as, if any problem occurs while you live in Korea, how would you react to that? What would you do? How would you behave? Or can you eat spicy food? Do you have any adaptational problems? Not like asking explicitly that, but like implicitly meaning that. If you have any adaptation problems, if you have problems getting along with people, so make sure that you give an answer that doesn't make a problem for you to live in Korea. I mean, like, when you get the scholarship, it's not that okay, goodbye, you can do whatever you want, because GKS is responsible for you during the whole scholarship period. And if anything happens, they will be responsible for it. That's why make sure that they will not have any problems with you while you live in Korea. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found anything useful for you, please don't forget to thumbs up for this video and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, this is my account. Please go and follow it, and see you in my next video. Bye!